Well, well, well. I have to make a follow-up video to the video I made yesterday. Because Jerry Jones seems to be eating his own words. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome. Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Let's talk facts. I'm learning something about this game. This is my first year covering the Dallas Cowboys on YouTube, even though I've talked about them for years. And one of the things I realized is you have to be constantly reporting on the Cowboys, reporting on whatever it is you do, because the news cycle can change in a moment. I'm recording this video at 4 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. And who knows, I may drop this video and something else may change where I have to do a follow-up again. Well, I want to take us back for a moment because I made a video yesterday about Jerry Jones is daring Mike McCarthy to go talk to someone else. And I want to come to the point in this video where it's Jane Slater. I'm going to label her name as Jane Slaughter because I've noticed that she slaughters Jerry Jones whenever she's in the crowd. I'm thinking this is her. I just didn't recognize the voice without the face. The tone sounds a little bit different. And she's questioning Jerry Jones on his whole philosophy of the tolerance of ambiguity. Please don't buy into this. It's absolute nonsense. But I want you to hear how she presses him in his insane philosophy of the tolerance of ambiguity. And this is before the Chicago Bears asked to talk to Mike McCarthy. Listen as she pressures him. And Jerry is trying to go tit for tat, but he's getting slaughtered. Listen.
Most of the fans want everybody to be on the incentive plan. Everybody wants it to be on the incentive plan.
Who are these fans?
And so the more you can have the incentive plan, to me, the better you've got the way sports is aligned with sports and a goal of having accomplishment, and you align that with the financial end of it. For instance, I might say, look, I'm going to pay you this much, but then I'll pay you not any more, and I know you want twice that. But if you get to the playoffs or you win a Super Bowl, I'll give you 5 times that.
But the guy across the street might say, I'm going to give it to you without the escalator.
Exactly, and then you've got a decision. For sure.
But how can he know that if he's not allowed to talk to you until January 14th?
Then I would say go talk.
Jane Slater. Slaughtering Jerry Jones. Now, I want you to catch what he said. Then I would say, go talk. This was on Sunday after the game. Now, let me show you what is being reported and what was reported on Tuesday as I do this on Wednesday morning at 4 o'clock in the morning. Check this out. Over on X, it's being reported by Adam Schefter, and it's now making its way around the news cycles, and I'm pretty sure they're going to tear this up this morning. Adam Schefter reports, ESPN source, the Dallas Cowboys denied permission to the Chicago Bears to interview their head coach, Mike McCarthy. This is what some would call in the business world leverage. Because I talked about this in the first video, and let me reiterate. If Jerry Jones allows Mike McCarthy to go talk to any team, and him and Don Yee give that team stipulations, and they interview well with that team, and that team says, we want to bring you on and we'll take those, and this is what we're offering, and we'll even take your stipulations, then Mike McCarthy gets to come back to Jerry Jones and say, this is what you're going to have to beat. And Jerry Jones knows that gives Mike McCarthy leverage. And the more people that wants to talk to Mike McCarthy, that gives him leverage against Jerry Jones. But Jerry Jones, listen to how smart he is, because see, now he's denied the first team from speaking to Mike McCarthy. So any other team, I'm pretty sure, if they want to talk to Mike McCarthy, they know it's also going to be a no also. And so Jerry wants to keep his own leverage on Mike McCarthy, that even though there's one team that want to talk to Mike McCarthy, there's no offer, there's no stipulations. So in this negotiation, Mike McCarthy has nothing to bring to Jerry Jones. And so Jerry Jones, between now and the 14th, which I believe will be next Tuesday, Jerry Jones gets to sit down with Mike McCarthy and his agent, and they get to decide, both of them, whether or not they're going to continue to do this together. And Mike McCarthy has already given up some leverage, because he's saying like, well, I want to be with the Dallas Cowboys. Mike, be quiet. And if you're going to say you want to be with the Dallas Cowboys, but be smart like Dak Prescott was, but I'm not afraid to go and coach somewhere else. I was coaching before I came to Dallas, and I'll be coaching after I leave Dallas. I mean, that's if you want to try to keep some negotiating power and you want to try to keep it upper hand on Jerry Jones. But it's tough. Jerry Jones is a shrewd operator. And the way he's operating right now is the way he typically operates. He operates in the court of public opinion. He wanted to get his tolerance of ambiguity concept out there, talking about the incentive plan and his fans, and that's what they want. Who is his fans? Who are those fans? I mean, I like Jerry Jones, but I don't want that. It's one of the most insane things I've ever heard. But Jerry Jones knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And Mike McCarthy is going to have to tread carefully. Because Jerry also understands that if I re-sign Mike McCarthy, that automatically gives him leverage. Because I can't re-sign him at the same thing. I'm going to have to give up some money, some power, some respect. I've got to give some of that to Mike McCarthy. And Jerry Jones, I think this is one of the things that needs to be done, that Jerry Jones needs to talk to Mike McCarthy about. You can be the head coach, but we're bringing in a new offensive coordinator. And so then the question becomes, will Mike McCarthy be willing to remain in Dallas if he cannot be the offensive coordinator anymore? But if you listen to Dak Prescott, I don't know. Dak Prescott says he wants Mike McCarthy to stay. But I'm not sure if I'm sold on Dak Prescott liking the way Mike McCarthy calls plays. I think Dak likes the Texas coast, which now Mike McCarthy has let us in on something when he was talking about Mike Zimmer. The Texas coast was actually a hybrid of the Kellen Moore system minus the option routes mixed in with some of the West Coast. So it was the Texas coast, and that's why Dak Prescott ate. And if you look at what happened this season, even before the injuries, this offense didn't look good after the Cleveland game because Mike McCarthy decided to go back to the stale as toast West Coast offense. Now, I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth. I mean, I'm just talking about the business perspective of Mike McCarthy being able to negotiate. But make no mistake about where I am on this. I'm firm that this team needs to change. And if Jerry Jones is not going to change out himself, because he said in the interview, he's never even thought about firing himself, and he's not going to fire himself. He's never going to give the GM job to anyone else. So if Jerry won't change himself out, then he needs to change the coach out. And he needs to bring in someone who can bring a different mentality to this team. Someone who can call plays better, as in situational football. Someone who is creative with their play calling rather than this stale as toast West Coast offense that went away from the Texas coast that he actually needs to go back to. Somebody that can light a fire under this team some kind of way to where it's not just a regular season team, but it's a postseason team. There's a whole lot of things. There's a whole lot of things that needs to be considered here. And that's why I'm telling you, man, Jane Slater, man, she is Jane Slaughter. And until the next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.